What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. OG here, and we are at a very exciting time of the year for football fans and for football gaming fans, right? The next iteration of FC is right around the corner, and we're also preparing for the new season. All of the big transfers have went off. The teams are playing preseason games. We're getting to kind of see what they have in store or get a glimpse of what they will have in store for the season. And the new kits have been released almost entirely. Some teams hold off and do, more big reveals at certain games or certain times, but for the most part, every kit has either been released or at least leaked. So, in real life, this may be the hunt for what kit or kits you're going to purchase this year, but for the football gamers out there, this is a chance to take a look at what kits you're going to go after to pick for your squad. And last but not least, for those of you who like to gain coins by purchasing consumables, this is a great chance for you to eye out the very best kits that you know players are going to go after so you can stock up on them and flip them to make coins. So, we will go through every single league and every single kit for every team, starting with the Premier League. If you've never used this, you come over here. After you go to Footy Headlines, 25-26 kit overview. Okay, you then can go league by league, and like I said, most every kit's announced at this point, but some of them either have a third kit not announced or a home or away kit that's just speculation for now because they're going to wait and do this big reveal, but we can still get a good idea. So we're literally going to go through each of these kits because for me, and I know many of you, this is an extremely fun time. If you're a kit collector or just a fan of the new kits and seeing where clubs are going, seeing what colors your favorite teams are going to be rocking this year, right? It's fun to look through these. I already got a early favorite, and I'll even tell you because a lot of you have seen it. And we'll even go down because I want you to have an idea of what I'm thinking as an early favorite. It is Borussia Dortmund, which usually they have that traditional color scheme, and it's not much of a change with, with Puma, right? They're cool colors, the black and yellow, of course, and they have some unique designs, but for the most part, it'll be, typically the same each year. Well, guess what? They made some changes. I can't remember if it's a home, away, or third, but you see here what I mean? Like, it's that traditional yellow and black, but a little bit different. They get some pretty cool black designs in there. And the same with the black kits with the yellow, right? But they went unique this year. Again, I can't remember if it's away or third. We're about to find out, but this is it right here. My early favorite for kit of the year. You see the real life version of it right there, right? And it looks more fitted here as a lot of them do. But you see a little bit more of a loose look there. And it's just beautiful, man. Beautiful. I almost argue that the Vodafone, sponsor logo should be a black or even a yellow would look sick instead of the red. But sponsors like to stick out, and sometimes they actually are responsible for this goofiness with the color and stuff. Who knows? But it says, the away kit will feature a silver mist base. That's that kind of different faded color of silver going into the white or whatever, so they call it a silver mist. Pretty cool. Base with yellow alert and black, so that's their yellow is called yellow alert. Black graphics showcasing sharp shard-like elements and a gradient effect. The gradient effect, that's what I was looking for with that faded look from darker to lighter, right? Non-black. For the first time in 18 years, Dortmund's away shirt will not be black, so that's pretty cool, right? They'll be available for purchasing starting in July. So these have been out for a while. If you want to get, one for yourself, these are early favorites. Now, the reason why kits like these are good for the game is because they're unique. Okay, now they do have high contrast mode this year in FC 26, so you'll be able to better prepare for potential kit clashes. However, if you like all the colors to remain, you don't like changing all that up for the sake of telling your team apart from your opponents, which I believe you can change within the game. So if there's an accidental kit clash, you can fix it, and you don't have to go through the dreaded entire game with two teams wearing all white or all red. There's even like a glitch earlier a few weeks ago in Champs where both teams were wearing white every game, like that generic look. It was definitely a glitch, but sometimes they make mistakes where like this would be considered a white kit and then the opponent's white kit looks too similar. Well, you better believe with these colors and this design, even if it's too close for comfort, you don't like how close your team and your opponent's is, this will for sure stick out. Let's see if they show us what color shorts and socks. No, they don't. The last time the club opted for a non-black away kit was 07-08, so this was their 07 and 08 kit. I don't know, kind of interesting. Pretty random. But look at this. Look at that. So going all the way back, all the away kits every single year, 24, 25, 23, 24. So from here down, look at this, always black. And they had some pretty cool black ones, but you see what I mean? They stay pretty much the same. There's some gradient effect there, some swirl patterns there. There's that burgundy color. There's a white kit right there. There's this gray. I love this gray, guys. That gray looks pretty sick, the gray Nike. And then they do have a lot of red kit sponsors. I don't know if that's by coincidence. Here's a white and black, and then a red there. So yeah, not many. So this is historically definitely a unique and a very unique kit anyway. Pumas sometimes can go for, I think they have more of a generic look sometimes, where all their kits look very similar, just different colors, and I don't like that. I like when every club has a unique kit that's, that it's theirs, whether it's whatever the color is or not. Right, so this is definitely a unique kit. I hope I don't see this design all over because sometimes that happens. But that's my early favorite as far as kits go. We're going to start in order. We're going to go Premier League down. Arsenal. So you can either click home, away, and third separately, or sometimes you can click and they're all together. So for Arsenal, of course, they're separate. If they're more like generic looking, where they're very much the same as usual, which I believe these will be, then we won't go too far into it. So typical Arsenal look there. Arsenal away. Wow, so these are a little bit unique. I feel like they had something similar recently. I'm not an Arsenal fan, right? So I don't know exactly. I love their black kits from last year. I thought those were really cool, really unique with like the green and the red. But these are pretty cool, man. Pretty unique design. I love when they go with this Arsenal logo, the alternate Arsenal logo, for sure. You see kind of a navy with a red, and then it looks like a little bit of a silver or off-white. Looks like it's a throwback to this Nike kit way back in the JVC sponsorship days. So very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Sometimes it shows the shorts, and yeah, I definitely like the black one better, though. Definitely from 24-25, but the blue's cool. There it is. So a real not the same lighter blue that dominates the kit, more of a dark blue with red stripes on the socks and shorts. Awesome. So we have that, and then the third kit. Let's see what they did with the third kit. The third kits are always great. Very clean looking, very clean. I love how they have the trayful Adidas logo, as they call it. Very cool. I like that kind of off-white look. It's very clean. And this is ridiculous right here. Right? Why is this not on the kit instead as another alternate logo? Maybe there might be rules against that. You can only have so many alternate logos. But that is ridiculous right here. They should have added that. And I can't tell if that's just this picture or if it is more of an off-white, like with kind of a yellowish tint. I'm sure it's... Oh, there it is. There's that badge there. Basic combined with maroon. So let's see what it says. DC is a classic polo. Okay. Let's see if it talks about that. One of the most stylish Arsenal kit overall. Yeah, very cool. These white kits were sick back in 07 through 09. Very clean. Very clean. For sure. But I wish they would talk about this logo right here. What is that from? Thing is awesome. The classic polo collar. Did the old Nike ones have it? No collar on the old Nike ones. So I think that's a cool little addition. I want to see where this logo is. Without that shield around it, with just this middle part, it's very awesome. Tribute to its Art Deco architecture. Let's see what it says. Highbury Stadium. Arsenal officially unveiled. Okay. Club's final season at Highbury, so that's the jersey they wore. Final season at Highbury, incorporating graphics and details that pay tribute to its art deco. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So not bad for that third kit. Now, sometimes FC will release the third kits on day one. Sometimes they make you wait, depending on which club it is, right? So day one, some clubs like Arsenal last year, from day one they had, I actually got that Arsenal black kit and rocked it at the beginning. It was one that they gave me. And then I eventually sold it because it, gave me some good amount of coins. Pretty popular kit. And then eventually you had to wait a while. They added the other third kits. I hope that changes. I don't know why they do it. Maybe to create some, buzz. But at the same time, they don't really announce it. They're just not in the game, and then randomly they add them into the game. It's weird. Part of me wonders if everyone knows like third kits are so popular. I would not doubt this because back in the day they made PES remove the editing availability where you could make like Inter Milan wear different shorts and socks than they normally would, or you can mix and match kits, and the sponsors or whoever, the clubs, whoever, literally like, no, the kits have to go together like they should. You can't mix and match. It's so dumb. I almost wonder if clubs are like, everyone's gonna wear the third kit. We want attention on our home and away kits, so don't release our third kit right away yet. I wouldn't doubt that. All right, so we'll do the home and away for Aston Villa together, then the third kit. Third kits are the best because they're surprising. You never know what color scheme and stuff, if they're going to have a different logo and stuff. Some more traditional on the home. I'm sure the away is going to be the same. Interesting. So it's basically the home kit, and they just did a black and white rendition of it. So very cool, though. I mean, it's literally like you're looking at the kit in black and white. They just took out the color. Let's see what it says. Sleek black, okay, with grayish blue accents. Appearing a monochrome silver gray tone for a clean, modern aesthetic. Oh, there's the third kit right there. With the trefoil design. I love it. It's Aston Villa with the trefoil. So very, very on point, on brand, on point. Right, their away kit is more like the alternative colors, but that's very cool, very clean. I definitely would rock that. My favorite colors have always been red and black. If I had to throw a third, it would be white. And yes, that's tied to football. So a lot of people would be like, what kind of favorite colors are those? Well, it's Manchester United. Been a fan since 92. And I just love that. I feel like red, black with a little bit of white. Sometimes just the red and black. Sometimes all black, sometimes all red. It's just very business-like approach, like when you're coming into football, I feel. That's just my take. We'll go with Bournemouth now. Sometimes Bournemouth can shock us. I like Umbro. I like certain, brands like this that aren't like very popular when they come up with good designs. And I love this, man. It looks like these stripes are pulled out front. They're almost sitting on top of the black, especially these two. Like they're protruding. This is very cool kit, man. Let's see what they say. Wait. Oh, we got pink coming up. They spoiled. Those a little spoiler alert. Very clean looking kit though, for sure. And then some different stripes for the away kit there. Nice dress champion. So a different little black with blue on the away side. And let's see about this black and black. So red, black, black, okay. Then I'm sure it's like, what is it, blue, all blue. So that's pretty cool, right? So it looks like it's very similar to a former Ajax kit. I wonder why. Making comparisons to the old Adidas Ajax kits from 21-22. So pretty clean there. And then you got the third kit. So there's a phenomenon with pink kits in FC, and I'm not going to lie, sometimes in the past I've jumped on board with it. I guess it's just because it's a very unique color. It's becoming more common recently. But I usually like the pink with the black. For me, that pops on the monitor, These are pretty clean looking, but pink with the blue, not necessarily my style. Let's see what they rock. Shorts, and there's the old third kit. That's more of a coral here, though, in 15-16. Very unique, whoever this sponsor, JD, huh? There's a keeper kit on the home side. It doesn't tell you the socks and shorts that they're going to rock, but I'm assuming it'll be all pink with the blue secondary. All right, so far, nothing's topped that Borussia Dortmund away kit, right? In my opinion. You guys let me know what you think, but in my opinion, those Arsenal blue and then white kits, the away and third kits are looking pretty snazzy right now, but nothing stands out too much as we go to Brentford. Just your typical white and red there. Look at this. So they were always white, and then 1925 they went with the red and white. They need to do a throwback to that, actually, though. Not just like the fakeish look. Look, a little fake. Joma did a little fake rendition. Funny story, by the way, if you guys want to know. Like, look at their fake rendition of the ties instead of doing like some actual stitching. But Joma, they're dropping the ball. So my daughter's club is sponsored by Joma, right? And they're so slow on the kits coming, which they have some pretty well-made stuff, and I like how it's unique, right? But they're so slow in coming with the club's kits that the club, like weeks before the season starting, right, because I'm in the United States, have to switch to Nike. So they're losing entire clubs because they can't meet up with the demand of, getting the kits out this season for whatever reason. I don't know what's different this year than previous years, but they're losing whole clubs because people need their uniforms. So you're going to see a lot of across the youth scene, at least in the U.S. I'm sure the bigger clubs, I'm sure they'll cover Brentford and stuff, but you'll see a lot of clubs wearing Joma and the newer players wearing Nike. It's kind of funny, but I like Joma typically, so not a bad look. And of course, it's my favorite colors: the red, white, and black. All right, let's go. Let's look at, and then they rock the black shorts, black socks. Very simple, but, pretty clean looking. We guys click on the away and the third separate for Brentford. Very unique. Kind of like a copper and gold is what it's looking like. All copper and gold. See, they had the former pink stuff going too. They went with more copper and gold. So pretty unique. I could see some teams rocking those for sure. And the third kit, interesting. Okay. Kind of that Aston Villa / West Ham blue looking color. Unique. Kind of that copperish color. And another like light brown. Interesting. So a little throwback. I know I'm probably a weirdo, but something that I typically like to do because of my OCD is I like to wear the same kits. Sponsor meaning. For my home and away kits, and then the ball, of course. I try to rock all the same. So if it's Adidas, Nike, Joma, whatever. And for the smaller brands, there's not as many teams with cool kits, right? You can find a pair of good home and away Nike, Adidas, stuff like that. But Joma, Umbro, certain kits that there aren't that many teams. So I like to note these things now. So hopefully, if any of you are like that, hopefully this helps streamline your search for your kits. Because it's a big deal, man. I mean, we put hours into these games. I say it all the time. And these kind of things matter. Like some people, you're either a nerd for details like me, or you're just totally not. Right? There's a niche of players for each. There's ones that are just like, let's play. I don't care. As long as the colors don't clash, I don't care. And then there's others that are like building out their stadium. They're making sure the seats and then the net colors and the pitch lines, and hopefully they get a good mowing pattern, and they love all the details. And it's especially cool, by the way, speaking of this, related to this, with the stadium, because the new camera angle, it incorporates the stadium, the whole, it immerses you into that feel, and you'll see the banners waving and your colors flying in the background with the different posters and tifos and stuff. So it's very cool, right? So if you're a nerd like me for that, then this stuff's right up your alley. So there you go, the Brentford Joma stuff. Now let's check out Brighton. All right, typical, right? We won't even have to go down there. The blue and the white Nikes with their signature striping pattern. Check it away. Anything spectacular? See? Now we're talking. Now it's kind of like a purplish, like I guess you could say violet look. And that's unique, right? That's a unique color. Very cool. You see the difference, right? They went from yellow to this violet. Now who knows why? And it's all the way down. Interesting. Almost like a grayish, bluish purple. Let's see what they call it. Minimal and light purple, okay. So just simple light purple. Let's see why. Sometimes it's for like cancer awareness, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. First time this palette has been used, right? With the black logo. Let's see if there's any other reason. True to the club's modern design. So it's just they just chose those colors randomly. No reason for it, just, cool. Alright, and they do have a third kit. Let's see what we got here with the third kit. Oh, they're going with, wait a second. Are they telling us they're going to keep their former away kit as their third kit? I think that's what they're telling us here. Yep. There you go. And then there's the actual kit. Kind of got some wrinkles to it there, the keeper kit. I like that keeper kit right there. Bro, tell me why they don't do something where you can't wear the keeper kits as your home or away and reverse it, right? So tell me this wouldn't be cool. We'll do it with Burnley. So let's say Burnley. You had this kit, and then you had that sick whatever Castore or Castore, however you pronounce it, kit that's like, you know, whatever, some sick designs, and it's mainly this bluish color. Why can't you switch it? So then this becomes the keeper wears this, and then the field players wear the goalie jersey. Just for the games, I mean, that would be sick. It's still promoting the sponsors. I don't see why not. True story, my youth team did that. We had kits that were yellow and black, and we were typically like blue, silver, and white, and we switched it around, right? We had all three kits, but our main kit became the goalie kit, and then our home and away was the blue and the regular home and away. But it was so sick. It was like this yellow, black that we wore, and it was ridiculous looking. Very cool. So there's a home kit right there. So, and then you got white, and you got these kind of like the sky blue socks. So pretty, you know, standard for Burnley there. So that's home and away they showed there too. Oh, it's that light blue. Let's see if they, yeah, there it is. So I don't know, some people might rock that. Again, pretty standard for them. Let's see what their third looks like. Sometimes they'll surprise you. See, I like that clean black and gold look. There's going to be other cool black and gold, but that's another, you know. Red, black, and white are my favorite. I put an asterisk by gold because golds can always look different. Like this one's a little too flat for my liking. I like that shinier gold, but true gold. Not like, oh, it says it's gold, but it's yellow, you know. So I put an asterisk by it because depending on what the gold is, I really like, you know, that black and gold look, or even the red and gold look sometimes, or red, gold, and black, or white and gold, you know, especially for kits. So Chelsea, oh, dang, I like this. I saw that blue and yellow, kind of like the St. Louis Blues of hockey, which have a very traditional standout
Santa
design.
Fe versus Chevy Blazer. Look what Santa Fe has.
So we got
and
the old
Blazer doesn't.
car commercial playing in the background.
Hyundai
You just
Santa
have to
Fe
listen to.
Wins every time.
Alright, so these are them, huh? Well, pretty standard then. Pretty standard. Pretty simple. Typically is the case. Are they going with no sponsors again? I do like that. Looks like they might be. Or maybe they're not allowed to because of the punishment. You know, I don't know. Punishment from the Russian stuff. Who knows? I don't know. But they don't have a sponsor again, it looks like. Whether it's their choice or not. I do like the look better without the sponsor. This long sleeve of this. You can't see it too much, but a pretty cool design there. You got some crosses going. You see the difference, more of a simplistic look. I don't know, pretty cool. You know, as a Man United fan, I wouldn't typically rock anything Chelsea, but you know, these designs do look pretty neat, honestly. All right, there's a home. Let's check the away. Oh, that bar. Some of these are looking sick. That red PSG. I can't wait to get down to those. All right, let's check Chelsea away. Interesting. I like that away kit, dude. But I'm trying to figure out what color stripes those are down the middle. Oh, Hungarian. So why is that? An elegant design that incorporates the colors of the Hungarian national team, paying tribute to the iconic 74 kit and homage to one of the greatest and most influential teams ever, the magnificent Maguires. Interesting. Colors of Hungarian flag and paint. Wow. So it goes with Hungarian, so the Chelsea logo, Nike logo, and this top sleeve color is green with that red. This is going to be a very popular kit. If you get this by any chance in a pack or something, keep this kit. Let's see what color shorts and shirt there. Look at this. Off-white main color, so it's off-white. It's not even full white. It's called Phantom. I love it. Dark military green and red detail. Dude. These are sick. This kind of gives that Venezia vibes when their kits were, you know, very popular back when they were Kappa before they went to that Nocta or whatever, the Drake company. The white, red, and green away shirt. So that was a away shirt back in 74, 75. Dude, very cool. So Chelsea wore this originally. So they paid pretty good homage to it there. Dude, I like this. But I got to see the shorts and socks. Very cool pattern material right there. This might be a kit worth buying, honestly. And rocking if you're a kit collector. This is a pretty cool design. I feel like they messed up with the red here on the logo. But this is sick. Ooh. So they went white shorts and then the green. Hear me out. What if they went white, green, red? Just to be extremely unique. I mean, those socks look cool. And I do like the double white with a different color sock. Maybe red would have been better. But yeah, this is going to be a sick little kit right here, guys. There's the shorts and socks with it. So very unique, awesome on the away kit. So what can we expect from the third? Probably more simplistic. Seems like the away kit. Oh, no way. Wait a second. Official launch. Footy Headlines can leak a t-shirt of the Nike. Okay, Total 90 third. It comes royal blue home color. The retro crest. So it's got the retro and the T90 circle on the back. Oh, the t-shirt. So it's an homage shirt to the Total 90 days. Remember their Total 90 kit with the throwback badge with the lion in it? So let's see here. We can leak the first real photo of the third kit thanks to our followers. Okay, it confirms. Dude! So they're paying homage to the old... Remember the old ones had the Total 90 in the middle? Very cool. If you're a blue fan, now if you put this same thing but put the red, I'm all in. And the fact that it's Chelsea, I can't rock it. But this is going to be another very popular. So the away and third kits are looking very cool from Chelsea. With the throwback. Everyone loves the throwback logo. Look, Nike's bringing back, this is the year, paying homage to the Total 90 kits. Without having the actual Total 90 logo, the outlines there. So that's another popular one when we get to that bar. So we'll talk about that though. All right, Crystal Palace. Very cool. Chelsea away and third. Pay attention to those. Those are up there. Nah, I can't really rock that. Macron. This is Macron, right? Let me see. Is this? Yeah, Macron. Can't really rock with the Macron type stuff. It's not really my style. See, there's that gold and black, but another more flat gold. That looks cool. Maybe on the pitch it will look cooler there. It doesn't look as cool. I don't know. Maybe the gold and black one. But I'm not a big Macron fan. No third kit for Crystal Palace, or at least not released yet. Everton. Yeah, so very typical there. Home and away, they're pretty typical. Like a lemonade color away. You see the white, blue, blue, white. Lemonade kit. Lemonade, blue, blue. I could see some people rocking that with the hoop socks. And what do we got for third kits for Everton? Design changed, huh? Interesting. Ooh, look at this. So they got that unique logo there. Okay. Prototype versus final third kit. So there was a prototype. And then they brought these lines all the way across. Interesting. I don't know what inspired that. But we'll have to see what it looks like. That'll be interesting. Out on the pitch. Fulham. No third kit yet. So just very traditional there. Oh, is that what they're going with? The green on the away kits? Very traditional home. Yep. But it's instead of a neon, it's more like a... Sorry, but like baby food green or puke green, you know. And it looks a little bit cooler there. What kind of shorts and shirt are they rocking? They're not telling us, huh? Yeah, I'm not really messing with the Fulham stuff. Leeds, sometimes they have some good stuff. Home, away. I'll do that. I'll click on the club, and then if we are interested. So I'm interested. These are more typical. These look pretty cool. Remember I talked about those signature blue and yellow St. Louis Blues colors? Oh, dang, so we do have to go through. Okay, it's all good. So these look pretty cool. Those are just pretty simple. I mean, some people might like them. There's those blues. Those blues with the Red Bull yellow logo looks pretty cool. The old Strombo sponsored kits there. And then here's the third kit. Very unique design. Very unique design. We are Leeds. So what color shorts and socks? They don't show it. We'll have to see. But the kit looks pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. Leeds third kit and Leeds away kit. Liverpool, we already know. Home and away are pretty standard. Let's see. Is it the white, red, and black again? Let's take a look. There we go. Wish they did this for every team and we could just look here. That would be perfect. I know on like Wikipedia shows the colors, but you gotta see the details. So, traditional, more traditional. That kind of reminds me of Fulham. Nothing spectacular there. Going to Adidas from Nike, right? And then the Trefoil, their first Trefoil kit. Last year they had the special sideways Nike sign with the whites, right? And they incorporated the gold into it and stuff. But this is pretty unique. I could see some teams rocking these, right? I almost wish they added some black in there. But the Trefoil color, Trefoil design with the color does have a very good throwback vibe to it. So this is, this is the. Notice that this looks different than. I guess it does have a little black in it, and I just didn't see it initially. They play off of that there. So you see the previous years. Nike hasn't beat on the white kit. I'd say this. I'd probably go because of this goofy collar with Adidas there. And then these are pretty tied. They're both cool in their own ways. So the Liverpool third kit is the only one that I'd potentially rock. And of course, Man City. You can never wear Man City no matter how cool they are. And they've been coming out with some ridiculously cool stuff. Look at this. The 26-27 third kit. Finals designs. So it's going to be one of these 10 for their third kits. So next year, one of these will be in there. Dude, I like this. It's pretty unique. See, man, that's cool. Like, Man City does have a pretty good marketing team. I like that military look, but no on that. That looks too much like PSG. Decent. They do go with these colors sometimes. I like this. This is like that business, kind of like a baseball jersey look. This looks just totally out of left field. This looks cool, but kind of out of left field, but very championship mentality. This looks just like it would be obvious. Like, oh, go pink like everybody else. This looks very cool. But maybe change it to more of this bluish. I guess this is the color. This is the finalist. So we'll see. Not a Man City fan, but we'll see. 25-26 kits. Home is your typical stuff. Away kit going with the black. The away and the third kits look insane. Very cool how they did this here. Freaking Holland looks like a robot there. I love these sleek designs, dude. I love it. Is that a chrome finish? Is that a chrome finish to this? I think it is. Metallic, yep. It's a metallic silver finish. Although that looks like false advertising a bit. Or is this the replica maybe? Because that just looks like plain. Dude, I might be rocking a Man City kit this year sometimes. 23, 24. No, the newer kit is way better. This is kind of like... I mean, this is cool. It's different. But this... You know what? Who's had this before, though, is Borussia Dortmund had this all black. But they had white and not metallic. The metallic puts Man City this one ahead. Definitely better than that right there. With the black and black. So, of course, that looks pretty sick. I always love a good all black set, And look at this. This actually looks very Borussia Dortmund-esque, but more of a highlighter yellow. A lot of teams will be rocking this. If you can get the Man City away kit or third kit, right? I mean, that's sick. No one's going to deny that. It's got like a wet effect to it, like a wet glass effect. Very cool. You can't deny that. Very cool. See what I'm saying? That wet effect. Now, why they went with that, who knows? Oh, rain or shine. Oh, so it's kind of a stand on the loyal fans despite... Look at that. Look at the rain there. Sure to spark debate among fans. To me, it's also a double entendre, like rain or shine, because Man City, it's always rainy. I mean, England in general. But also because they had such a negative season, and then they're talking about the loyal fans. So, I don't know. I like it, dude. I'm not a City guy, but I really like it. And who knows if I use that term right, double entendre, but it's like a double expression if I did use it wrong. Double entendre just sounds cool. If I did use it right, then yeah, what do you expect? Of course, I'm a genius. If I use it wrong, kiss my arse. I don't care. Here's Man U, baby. Let's see what we got. And, cool. So, I can tell you this. With the home kit, I've always been a fan of the more simplistic, and I know with all the sponsors and stuff, but back when it was the all red, just the gold, okay, if you're going to add black, just a little on the sleeves. Okay, then the white shorts with the logo, that's it. And of course, if you got to add this sign, maybe make that sign black. You know, the sponsor sign, I get it, the Adidas black. Then the socks, of course, black with the white stripes. Like, simplify it. Simplify this. I feel like they've always gotten away, like the black collar with the... Dude, go back and look at the best old school... Hopefully they show them here. The historic kits, right? So this is what they're trying to copy off of here. Out of all the kits, you went with the Umbro. Like, these are very, like, fun teams to remember. But by no means are they the best, like, kits to be inspired by. There's so many better ones. Less black. Less black I always liked. And these were some of the worst shorts ever, by the way. This Umbro arrow is terrible. Now this, the Red Devil third logo, I'm liking it. Right? Let's see what we got here. I like this better than their other white one. Very simple. See what I'm saying? The very simple white with just black with their devil. Like, this is sick. And then, of course, they have the bigger, like, pattern that's inspired by the top of this here, you see? That's cool. I could rock this all day, right? This was one of my favorites. The Chevy arrows, it was my favorite. With the replace, like, the white with the red. As cool as the Chevy logo was, because not many, like, it was a unique, you know, type of sponsor. Not many teams had that. It was very clean, American style look on my favorite team, right? But it ruined this kit. This with a no sponsor would have been so much sicker, right? So 15-16, then they 16-17 they took a break, then 17-18 went back. And man, these were both cool, but they added that design that's back here, right? So I'd probably go with the 15-16. Never like when they go with the blues. This was pretty iconic. This was that original, you know, color. That original design. But they had the blue, so this one I would accept it with the blue. So what color shorts and socks? I'm sure they're going all white, right? Or they're probably going a double option. So black and white, or they should go have an all white option, man. They really should. Interesting. I don't know if I like those shorts as much, but that's what you got. So now let's check out this third kit. Now, I never liked tribute to the Cantona kit. They did a good job matching that, but I always hated in the boxed in Man United logo. And obviously I'm going in pretty good detail because it's been, Man U's my favorite team, but it's been a while since I liked the kits enough to rock them for a long time, or even at all during the FC season, right? What's up, Big Phil? How are you, man? I'm literally just going through the kits, brother. That's what I'm doing. I'm a big nerd for this type of stuff, so I'm trying to see. Right now, the best is still that Borussia Dortmund, but I'm checking my beloved Red Devils of Man United right now. And I'm liking their away kit. I could rock the black and white away kit. I don't like the kits with the blue, but because it's King Cantona, even though he's not my favorite in FC, really in eFootball either. Like, he doesn't translate too well into the video game world, but he's always going to be the king. I love how they call it the Cantona kit. You know, I was talking about the ugly Umbro era, but this kit they did pretty well, man. It's funny. Let's see what... So we already know it's going black and black here. So it's got the Trefoil, or the alternate Adidas logo, if you will. I don't know, I could probably rock this. Not my favorite color scheme. Bro, why didn't they just go with this? Why didn't they just go with this? If you needed to throw blue in there at all, box in this Red Devil or something. I don't know. Put a little blue on the collar. Or this even. Just simplified. Simple is better. I mean, it's pretty simple looking, but less blue here. Less blue there. Too much blue in there. This is cooler. Just the blue around the badge. Ooh, I don't know. These are both unique and cool in their own way. Like I said, I don't like the boxed in design. I mean, think how cool just the yellow Man U. I guess they boxed it in to pay tribute to the old jersey. Then, of course, the shorts and socks. So, I don't know. We'll see. I always like Nike socks better, that's for sure. The goalkeeper kits look pretty sick, though. Very clean and unique. Of course, they got the pink. Black and pink. If they were rocking something like this, dude, that would be sick, right? Lately, more teams are doing pink or like the neon colors, but still, just that clean, simplistic look. And notice that they're going with the... Now, here's the funny thing. They're moving this Trayful, like the alternate Adidas logo, from third kits to away kits. But I don't know if Man United's just a big enough team where they said, well, for Man U, we're going to make it on their third kit. Or if they mix this up. If this is the away kit, this is the third kit. It only matters because you typically wear your away kit more than your third kit. We'll see. Just something unique to throw in there. All right, Newcastle. Typical home, away, and third. I'm sure there's not going to be much changes. Of course not. Home, away. Going with the typical, just very simplistic green. Green with like, oh, it's a homage to this, to the Saudi, huh? Saudi color, huh? Saudi color, why? It is also known as the Saudi color, which has been used by the club since the Saudi takeover. So since the Saudi takeover, they started wearing this. Interesting. Wearing that color. Saudi Arabian green. Interesting. Okay. All right, Newcastle, so we'll go with the third. All right, blue and orange. I'm not mad at it. Another boxed-in design. The Trayful. So that's not just a Man U thing. That's like what they're doing with their third kits. Maybe it's next season where they're making the alternate, the Trayful Adidas logo the away instead of the third kit. Pretty unique. But they took out the green, bro. Bring back the green. Now this is sick. They should bring this kit into the throwbacks for FC, bro. With the Newcastle beer logo, which I know they can't put in the game, but still. So sick. I don't know, that third kit, I could rock with it. The Newcastle third kit. Nottingham Forest, sometimes they do cool stuff, sometimes they don't. Very simple. Home. Nottingham away kit. Very simple away. Pretty cool pattern. I don't know if you can see it or not, but some interesting pattern. I'm sure that's means something to the locals, so that's cool. Sunderland. These are very typical. Here, let's click into... Yeah, nothing special there. Let's see their Elite third kits. Interesting. Hummel, and then it's got the cat on there. So very simplistic look, it looks like. Just the regular Hummel with... And then a cat pattern in the background. This could be pretty cool. We'll have to see. I like the simplistic look there, for sure. It's hard to tell exactly what pattern's going on there, but the old black cat type of look, even though the cat's, you know, not black, the kit is. Tottenham always has some cool stuff. A new era with Sun joining LAFC, the post-Sun era. Home kit, I like when they add that little greenish color, but very clean. You gotta love the logo. Oh, so see what I mean? Them and Man City, who did it better, Puma or Nike? Now here's their Total 90 kit. All teams that are having this year have the Total 90 inspired kits. So they went with the yellow. Definitely a throwback. I forgot what year they wore. They'll probably show it down below. Wait. Oh, it's pre-match. The pre-match shirt looks pretty sick in itself, dude. See, there's the throwback kits. Kappa, Puma, Under Armour, now Nike. Nike does look the cleanest. The Under Armour one looks pretty clean, though. Of course, this logo is definitely the sickest, for sure. But Tottenham's always had some pretty cool logos. And then let's check out the black. See, now this away kit, everyone's paying attention to that. So there's the home, the away, with the little squared off designs here, the Total 90 kit. And I think this is the keeper kit. If not, it's the fourth kit, but I think that's the keeper kit. But that'd be a sick little all green kit right there. Ah, that's so funny. Look, he's in LAFC now, but they're using him still on the kits. It's hilarious. Interesting. So it's just square, like almost like a net design. Pretty simplistic. So I could rock that away kit for sure. Alright. West Ham, home away in third. Let's just click into West Ham. So yeah, home and away. Pretty simple there. Let me see here. Did they take out the color in their away kit? Let me see. Or am I just seeing that? No. Pretty simple though. Pretty cool design by Umbro. Very simplistic. I love the hammers here. You gotta love the hammers logo, dude. Very... See, for West Ham, this is very cool. Right? It's that similar color to that Man U third kit. Like kind of yellow, gold. Very simple though, with just the hammer. See, I love it. Then of course you ruin it with a big white lettered sponsor in the middle. That just ruins the whole kit right there. This ruins the whole kit. Unreal, man. Unreal. The hammers, the sewn in hammers looks awesome. This looks pretty cool, the 24-25 third kit, but Oh, and then they went with the yellow. Yellow. See, that would have been kiddish or cool. It's just the white. Boyle Sports sponsor ruins it. At least make it the yellow color, man. Like, come on. Sponsors ruin kits. We got to sign a petition to get them out of there, off the kit. There's enough money sponsoring elsewhere. Get it off the kits, man. At the most, maybe the sleeve, and even then it sucks. Typical Wolves, I'm sure. Let's see. Yeah, the mint colorway, which they've done before, and then the yellow. So, there you go. That's Premier League. Now, we have plenty of days coming up. If you like getting into the kits like I do, then we will go through each of the leagues. For now, I gave you my early favorite for kit of the season, which is the Borussia Dortmund away kit. It's a very unique design, very unique for Borussia Dortmund too, going with the white or white-ish away kit. But I think it's very cool. It stands out, unique patterns. You're never going to have any worry about kit clashes, despite they do have the high contrast mode either way. But I'm just saying. So I love that Borussia Dortmund away kit. The best kit in the Premier League. As a Man United fan, it's hard not to go with that away white and black, but it just doesn't quite do it. It's up there. I could wear the away, maybe the third. I don't like the home kit, even though traditionally the red, white, black is always going to look somewhat good, but I'm very picky when it comes to home Man U kits, and they added too much black, right? On the kit especially, the jersey part of the kit setup especially, you got to go mainly red with the white, the traditional gold logo, okay? If you want to throw black in there, it's got to be more subtle. So I'll show you what I mean real quick as a Man United fan. Too much. Too much. Here, on the collar, and then the sleeves. If it's me to fix this, I remove this black here. I make the stripes white. Maybe I throw black here. Or maybe just on the collar, but only one of these. Go double white and then a black. Or double white and then the inside black. Or remove all the black and just do these lines, the whatever you want to call those, right? The seam lines, I don't know what you want to call them. But too much black for a truly good Man U home kit. That being said, the black and white City, the black and white Tottenham kits are my early favorites, just so you can see, right? This here, I love a good all-black kit. But I think Man City, as crazy as it is to say, guys, right? This City third kit is giving, very unique, very cool vibes. And then look at this City away. That's the City third kit, the all-black City kit. Now, obviously, that's a promo picture. It looks a little different here, and especially here, because it doesn't have that chrome look from this angle. But with the chrome look, this probably passes up Tottenham with that chrome finish. The all-black with chrome is even more unique than the all-black with white. Man, so believe it or not, that City away in third, those City away in third kits, definitely collect those if you can. This Arsenal third kit's looking pretty good. Just because I can't go City, I'm going to go with the Chelsea. Was that the third or away kit? I forgot. The total 90 kits. But the best total 90 kit, I think, is going to be the Barcelona one, that orange. But for Cities and Tottenham are second and third, respectively. The best kit is the Chelsea away kit, which is crazy, man, because I never like rocking Chelsea or any of these, but they have that Hungarian flag type of look, very unique. That red and that military green look very sleek, right? And it looks like more regular white there, but it's more of an off-white, which you can see kind of here a little bit better. It's got that sleek sort of look to it. See that? It's kind of got that shine to it, that glimmer. Now, obviously, this is a promo photo, so let's hope it really has that glimmer. But especially with that green and yellow, it reminds me, like I said, of the popular Venezia jerseys, right? You see there. Definitely more off-white. We'll see how it looks on the pitch. But very cool kit, right? Cool little stripes down the middle. And what completes it, I'll show you that in a sec. Not the third, the away. What completes it is the colors. Now, I still think I would have went with maybe a greenish or a red short, and then the opposite socks, either red socks or green despite. So like a white, green, red, white, red, green, whatever way. Probably white, red, green. But still, the white, white, green is still pretty cool looking. We'll have to see how it translates on the pitch, but very unique. I would say the Chelsea away is my favorite, followed closely by the City, all black and chrome. Probably City's all black and chrome would have won if I'm not a Man U fan. I just got to be honest. So I'm being biased, but I'm admitting that I'm being biased. So there you go. When we return, we will move on to the La Liga kits, and we will keep moving forward like this. There you have it, the best Premier League kits. Let me know in the comment sections which kits you will be rocking this season, or maybe you go by what players you get. You know, it's more of a theme thing, and then you just have to decide home, away, third. But what are you liking this year so far? I'll let you know my favorites. You let me know yours. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. FC 26 is around the corner, and all this is just preparation, getting excited. This is the fun part. It's got to be fun too, and going through the new kits is always a fun time in football. So I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.